Hi loves, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to another Tuesday, another week, another video. I hope you're good. What's happened to your voice? I hear you say, I lost it. It's back a little bit now, and I was like, we can still have some fun right here on Shaaba's channel. Hopefully you can see past the annoying little nasally voice, because today we're gonna be doing some advice problems. Come to Mama Shaaba. She will help you. This mug is very fitting, isn't it? Take Mama Shaaba's advice, because I clearly don't use it myself. That was me chucking my advice out for all of you to see. Ha! But before I do that, I have a little ad that I'd like to share with you. You'll notice that I don't do a lot of ads on this channel, but I really like this product. It's something that I know many of us use every single day, and it has thousands of 5-star reviews on Amazon. So I was like, how could I not? If, like me, you don't like the idea of recharging your phone overnight because it just drains the battery, then you probably also, like me, find yourself with low battery very often. It's annoying, it takes ages to recharge and it's always at the worst possible moment, but the lovely team at Anchor have sent me their Anchor Nano. How cute, isn't it beautiful? And it's not just a pretty charger, it's a bloody fast one too. Just 15 minutes of charging with the Anchor Nano will give you up to 8 hours of listening to music or 1.5 hours of gameplay. That's 3 times faster than the original iPhone charger, and it'll take you from 0 to 50% in just under half an hour. It's also half the size of the original iPhone 20-watt charger, so you can take it on the go. And you can get this little guy with USB-C to Lightning cables, so it fits most of your devices. It also comes with UK, EU and US plugs, so you can use it wherever you are in the world. Not to mention, it is super clean and beautiful. How pretty is that? So if you'd like to look at the Anchor Nano for yourself, you can click on the link in the description box downstairs below. Have fun, enjoy, and for now, on with the video. Ah, that's good stuff. So I asked over on Instagram if there was anything that you wanted some advice on. It's been ages since we've done a Mama Shaaba advice video, and I'm very excited to answer as many of these as I can, because we all know that the best cure when you're feeling a little poorly yourself is to help other people. Ooh, ooh. So question number 1. How to PhD effectively. When you find out, babes, let me know. I'm definitely going to do a little PhD survival video, but I will do that once I finish my own, which is going to be in a few months' time. So watch this space. Stupid, but no. Nothing is ever stupid, my love. You ask whatever you want to ask. That's fine. Like hair shaving. Either how to make it not itch or how to be confident not shaving it. Oh, bless you. I was gonna say, don't feel like you have to. It's one of those things that's much easier said than done. I was just speaking to Jamie about this a few weeks ago, actually. I was saying that I wish, when I was growing up, that my parents told me, hey, you don't have to shave your legs. But I grew up in a culture that was very mainstream minded when it came to things like, oh, you have to shave your beard, you have to shave your legs, you have to look good, you have to wear makeup. So sadly, even me, as someone who knows that it's okay to go out with your legs not shaved, finds it difficult to go out with my legs not shaved. One way that I feel better about it is by following cool people online who live what they preach, who live how I would like to live and don't give 2 craps like I would like to not give 2 craps. Harnum is a great example. She has a beard due to her PCOS, and because of her religious beliefs, doesn't shave it off, and she just goes out there and kills it every single day, and I love that. Little click for the mic there. In terms of making it not itch, this is gonna sound really silly, but I never learned how to shave properly. I don't know why, like it's just never something that my family sat down and was just like, this is how you do. This is how you do. For ages, I just sort of dry shaved. I was like, oh, here is a razor. I see women in baths just being like, whoop. Maybe that's what I need to do. And it was only in my 20s that I realized using things like shower gel or shaving foam really makes a difference. It's not just for the bubbles. So if you would like to shave, which is entirely your prerogative, don't feel like you have to or you don't have to. You do you. But definitely use something as like a lubricant for the razor. That is my advice. I hope that was okay. Oh, okay. Take your hands, wrap them around your body like this. Give yourself a really tight hug. Everything is going to be okay. Okay? It really will. Trust in the process of life, do what you think is best, and the rest will follow. Have faith. Sending love. When do you know someone is the one? Oh my goodness, that's such a good question. Call me cynical, but I don't believe in soulmates. I don't think there's like this one person. Deep romantic connections is a chemical combination of attractiveness, personality compatibility, and most important, shared experience. And personality includes things like values and stuff, of course, and all of those are very important. But what I mean by that is if somebody was to pass away, goodness forbid, oh my gosh, no, this is not going to happen, touch wood. But if someone was to pass away, or if you think that someone is the one and they end up doing something really crappy and you grow apart, that's okay, because there will be someone else out there. That's how I mean it. The non-cynical side of me also appreciates that when you have one, like I have my one, Jamie's my one right now, I mean, he's flipping amazing. And the way that I knew he was my one was genuinely because he was the only person that I didn't want to leave. Part of me always wants to be around people, but another large part of me is like, oh my god, leave me alone. And that introverted part of me means that whenever I'm with friends or at parties, there's always like a time where it switches and I'm like, I don't want to be around people anymore. I just want to like chill out and do my own little thing. But when I met Jamie, he was the only person that I didn't feel that way about. I was like, I could actually have you in my house for a very long period of time and not want to kill you. Probably doesn't sound very romantic, does it? But that was how I knew that Jamie was my one. He gave me the butterflies, he gave me all of the things that you experience when you're falling for someone, but most importantly, when all of that was over, not that it's really over, I still get all of those things, I guess that's another sign, but like, I just don't want him to leave. I want him to be everywhere. When I'm angry, when I'm really happy, he's like the first person that I think of to tell all of my things to. So, there you go, a little checklist. And just for the record, I'm not saying that there is anyone else out there for me. I love Jamie to bits. I just think it's also really important to remember that people grow and people change. We are not static beings, and it could be that in the future, not that I intend for this to happen or want for this to happen, things might just not work out for whatever reason. I'm very open to that, and I think that that's a healthy way to be. That's all I meant about the not having soulmates thing. Calm down, no scandal here, no scandal. How can I calm my anxiety about the future? Babe, don't stress. I know that's so much easier said than done, and whatever stage that you are in watching this now, I'm sure that you will feel this too. Just this sense of impending doom, because you don't know what your future is supposed to bring, because you feel like you're underachieving. This is just part of being human, in my experience at least. You know, it's so stupid. Society always makes you feel like you need to get your stuff together, right? The questions that everybody asks, whether you're in school finishing or any form of like studies or course or whatever, they're like, oh, what are you doing next? As if you know. And I'm like, did you know what you were doing next? You know that's not a nice question to ask. So why are you putting me down this like existential crisis? Why do you have to induce that? And I was having exactly one of those moments and having a meltdown of my own. And every time someone asked me that, I asked them back how they felt when they were in my position and if they knew what they were doing. And you know what the answer was? I had no idea. Every single person, bar one. Every single person, bar one person, really didn't have a plan of where they really wanted to be, and that's not unusual. I then took it upon myself to ask people who I felt were in successful positions, not financially, well yes financially, but also just happy with their lives. And I was like, hey, how did you get into what you got into? And did you know that that's what you were gonna do? And the answer that basically everyone gave me was they just followed their nose. One thing led to another, which led to another. They said yes, and bada bing, they are where they are. That's when I came to the realization, right? The society is a lie. Pressure that they put on you is fraudulent, and you do not need to succumb to it. Don't stress, my love. Enjoy the steps that you are taking right now. Say yes to a whole bunch of opportunities. Be proactive to put yourself in front of these doors, and just follow the one that makes you happiest. Follow your heart. Oh my god, the cheese! So much cheese! I hope it's helpful cheese. Alrighty, how to find your community while closeted. That is such a great question. Obviously, it really depends on your own personal circumstances. Some places that I found home were online and at events, and I get it, events are difficult if you can't go to them, but also online. I hear so many people have really good experiences on places like Discord, where they make friends through advice forums, and another really great place for it, again, in my opinion, is on live streaming platforms. So if you spend some time like chilling with streamers and their communities online who are LGBT, if that's the sort of audience you're trying to find, or techie, or into Harry Potter, or whatever it is that you're trying to look for, you can guarantee that there's going to be a whole cute little safe tiny community bubble that you can also partake in, and I'm very, very happy to have found ours. We live stream twice a week, and there's a huge, beautiful community where lots of people have made friends with each other on there, so that's a great place to start. And also take a look at some local community groups. You might find that there's like a, insert my village name here, LGBT support group. I've personally never found them very useful in the past, but I have some really close friends who did use them and are still friends with people that they found from such groups. Best of luck with finding your rainbow family. Thoughts on how not to let what's on the news dictate your whole mood and affect your mental health. Preach. Things have been so tough this year, and it's such a corrupt system when hate spreads faster and smoother and is more contagious than anything positive. Even if you're not negative, you find yourself getting stuck into the drama by like hate clicking and hate watching, and it's just a big old mess. I don't know how we got ourselves into this, but I definitely know the way to get ourselves out. Put it away! Don't spend too long on the news. Maybe limit it to one specific time and even set a timer for yourself. Do it on your own terms. Get rid of the apps or the push notifications. Find out about that stuff when you are ready to find out about it. Not when your phone is telling you that, hey, you've not spent enough time on me today and I want to mine your data, so hello! Another piece of advice that I have is to go through your list of friends or sources and make sure that it's there to make you happy. If someone, even if it's me, right? If someone is posting something that you disagree with, you do not need to feel obligated to give them your time. Click that unfollow button. Click that unsubscribe button. Just mute them. Do what you need to do to make sure that you are putting yourself in the right head frame. And one thing that I'm a huge advocate for is to counteract the bad news that is just shoved in our faces all the damn time with positive news. There are so many channels that I follow, Tank's Good News, where you can just get positive versions that remind you that in a world of evil, things aren't always too bad. That would be my advice. Stay off of it as much as you can. Make sure that whenever you do access it, it's on your terms, it's balanced, and it's also full of some positive vibes. Not so that you like mask or blinker yourself from the world, but so that you have a balanced view. We just hear about it less because it doesn't make money to click on those, you know? Okay, a few more. How on earth do people deal with growing apart from friends? I was gonna make a video about this. Maybe I will still. The idea of friendship breakups is something that's so intense, and I just feel like it's something that nobody really talks about. But people do grow, and people do grow apart, and I'm actually experiencing it right now. Last week with someone who I was like, hey, I don't think I want to be friends with you anymore. We change, and sometimes we change in line with the people that we like communicate with, and sometimes we change away from them. And it's not their fault, and it's not our fault. We just need to do what's right for us, and if that means going different ways, then that's fine. My advice to you would be to try and just keep that as like a mindset, you know? It's nobody's fault. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They'll probably have new friends with new interests, and you can do the same. So focus your efforts on creating and maintaining a circle around you that works, that fits with your values. And remember that people will be hopping in and out of that a lot throughout your life, and that's okay. How do I tell my friend that a joke she's making makes me uncomfortable? Oh, I get this all the time. Not the question, but I feel this way, and I'm like, oh. Not calling out bad experiences that make you feel uncomfortable is such a disservice to yourself, but it's so difficult, especially when the person that you feel like you need to call out is someone that you love, and they may not even be doing it in a malicious way. They're just being silly. There are some people in my close networks who still use the term gay as a word to not mean what it should, or the R word. If you have the confidence to be like, hey, I'm not really comfortable with you using that term, I just dropped my water. Don't do that when you talk to them. Or even just saying, people don't use that anymore. That's not funny. It is the best way, especially if you can change the tone and just be like, I'm not laughing right now. Seriously, let's not do this. And then flipping the subject onto something else. But I also appreciate that it can feel super confrontational to do that. Something else that you could do is to wait until the evening or the time that you've met them has passed, and then drop them a little message about it later. You're not face to face, and so you may feel more safe to be like, hey, had a really great time with you today. I just wanted to say something. I hope you don't mind. It just made me feel uncomfortable, and I would really appreciate you understanding that saying XYZ is not great for me. Still love you, still friends, I don't want to offend, but I would appreciate if you would take this small step in making me feel more comfortable. Something like that. And you know, if they're a real friend, if they're a true friend, they'll listen. They may have like a little tiff about it beforehand or be like, whoa, you're being a bit sensitive. But if you can just be vulnerable and they're a good person, they will do their best to make you comfortable. So good luck with it. Mwah. Just two more. Okay. Dealing with negative, mean comments and low self-esteem. Okay, a lot of my friends just block them. They put them under review and they don't like to see them and they're like, ha ha ha, you can't touch me. Some of my friends will send a little sassy response and then block them and be like, haha, I've said my piece and you can't respond. Some people leave them up. Some people, if you're like me, do a combination of all of the above. The best way that I find to look at them is to make sure that you are putting your mental health first. Make sure that you have those blocked words blocked that are gonna put you in a negative space, because people can be such buttholes online. And remember that truly, for every one negative asshole that there are 10 wonderful people showing you support. Whether this be in real life and you got a bully, there's 10 people out there who love you for every one bully that you have. Try and focus on the positive voices instead of the negative ones. And if that's hard to do sometimes, one thing that I like to do is to screenshot some of my positive comments. And so if I'm ever in a negative space, I'll take a look at those and be like, it's okay. See? One final point on that, and I know it doesn't always help, but just remember that hurt people hurt people. This is mostly the thought process that I go through whenever someone cuts me up in a car or does something negative like in front of me. Yeah, I get angry sometimes. Yeah, I get annoyed or upset and I'm like, why do you have to be such a dick? But if you truly think about that question, why are you being such a turd? 9 times out of 10, you'll probably find that the answer is they're going through some pretty deep pain themselves. It's not your problem to deal with that and they shouldn't be taking it out on you, but they are, and that's bad on them. You know, so I wish you well. Truly, I hope that whatever's making you such a negative person gets better soon. But also, I don't need to deal with this because this is your problem. This is not my problem. And I don't want to waste any of my precious moments focusing on your negative energy. So thank you, goodbye, and let's go see a rainbow. Final one. I'm so sorry. There's so many and I wish I could just answer as many as possible, but this video is going to be way too long. Should I leave my toxic job and move back to my home country? Babe, you know what is right for you. You know it in here and in here. Perhaps there's something that you want to do versus something that you have to do. Perhaps it's something that you want to do but is really scary, or you want to do but you don't have the means, or you're not in the right position right now to do that. There could be a whole different combinations of things happening. Something that I find helps is imagining that someone's taking that decision away. I imagine Jamie coming to me and saying, if I'm asking like, do I want takeout or should I eat a home meal? He's going, have takeaway. If somebody says that to you and now they've taken that decision away to eat at home, I will immediately feel, yay, I don't have to cook today. This is definitely what I want. Or, oh no, I've had too many takeaways, or I'm not in the right frame of mind and I know I'll just order bad things on the menu that I feel bad for later. Maybe my predominant feeling is guilt because I know I don't have the money this month in order to do that. You know, your body will tell you what the right decision is when one of the decisions is taken away. So, yes, you should go. How did that make you feel? Did that make you feel good to hear someone say, you've got to get out of this toxic job? Or did it make you feel more like, oh crap, I can't? Maybe it's something that you do need to do, but it's not something that you need to do right now because you need to better prepare your finances. Listen to your heart and listen to your head. I wish you the best of luck with it. Sometimes the best decisions are not the easiest ones. Sometimes we make the wrong ones, and that's okay too, because life will pan out in a way that will make you happy as long as you are doing what you think is the right thing. This was such a fun advice set. I hope you found this useful. I'm so sorry if I didn't get around to your question, but thank you so much for chilling with me. If you stuck around this long despite my terrible annoying voice, I really appreciate you, so thank you. Alright my loves, I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. That is it for today's video. Maybe give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you next week with another video, Tuesdays at 7 PM. Be kind and have a great day. Bye.